Growing up in small-town Oklahoma, there's not a whole lot going on. You drive down these county roads in the middle of nowhere and you see nothing but cornfields and cows. Miles and miles and miles of cows. For as long as I can remember, I was just a girl with really big and sort of different dreams. And it was hard to see any real opportunity for how I could make a really big difference in the world when your whole world is confined to one county. I love where I grew up, and I'm grateful for my home. And living in a small town created a lot of small moments that shaped who I am as a person. Moments that have made a big impact on my life. And when I look back on those moments, so many of them happened with my Papa Ellis.
And ride a giraffe. I want to go to India and see the Taj Mahal. That's what I'm really saying is, God, I want to do something more. I want to do something really great for you.
Are you talking to God again?
Yep.
Good, because there's nothing more important than that.
I know, Papa. You tell me that all the time.
And what were you all talking about today?
All the places I want to go.
Yeah, like where?
Like India and Australia and Hawaii and Africa.
Africa? Did you know they have lions in Africa? Really dangerous lions.
No, Papa.
Yes, dangerous lions looking for tasty little girls. Come on, world traveler. Your next destination is school. Your Mimi would kill me if I didn't get you to school on time.
Okay. Oh, in New York. I definitely want to go to New York. That would be amazing.
A little town of 13,000 people is really quaint and very personable. Like, I love that I can walk into a diner, see 3 people that I recognize, and they're always asking, like, how you doing? How's your dad? How's your mom? You know? When both my parents would be working, I would spend a lot of time at Mimi and Papa's. I still, to this day, remember where his office was on the corner bank there in Wyandotte. I remember, like, tapping on the window and, like, get him to peek through. Then I'd like walk in there and he'd be like, well, look who it is. And I remember just loved visiting him at work. Papa had this one blue pickup truck that would always have, it only had a cassette tape, and it was the kind that you like had to crank your window down. And I loved riding in that truck. He would always like either turn on the radio or we'd have some kind of music playing. I love that. I really love that. Papa was from a small town too, so he loved to take me to some of the places where he grew up. And one of his favorites was a basketball court in a park.
Jordan, wait up!
Yeah?
Have a seat.
Okay.
For my star.
I didn't realize it at the time, but he was using those moments to teach me what it really means to dedicate yourself to something, to really make your dreams come true. And there would be nights when we'd be out there just shooting baskets. He'd be making me run through layups, different shots on the court, playing basketball with me. He told me, you need to make 10 free throws before we can go home. And I remember this one time, I couldn't make a free throw to save my life. But I bet we had been out there for 30 minutes, me trying to make a daggum free throw. I didn't realize at the time how formative of a message that was that he was doing, but I definitely learned in that moment that, like, yeah, there are gonna be things that I don't wanna do anymore, but that doesn't just mean I can give up and stop doing it.
Yeah!
And I think as I've gotten older, I've seen moments where I've definitely been afraid. I've definitely even doubted, what the heck am I doing? You know, is this even real? What does any of this even mean? And I've been punched and kicked around by people who don't necessarily believe the same thing I have and have really pushed me to validate my own convictions. And I think that's kind of where he was like, you know, don't be afraid to keep going. That's the moment that I definitely feel like I lost my childhood, I think. That's when it stopped. Because I couldn't just be a kid anymore. I think that I also started thinking of how death is just such a part of life. And that I didn't want to be afraid of it because I knew Papa wouldn't want me to be afraid of it. That's when I started to really, really think about what everything meant and why are we here? Why do we die? What can we do in this very short life that we're given?